Welcome to a discussion today of the air, water, and energy products used in the sugar industry. It's a very big market for pumps, valves, filters, instrumentation, dryers, and compressors, and other air, water, energy equipment. The sugar really is one of 11 major food markets where air, water, and energy equipment is widely used. And there are many subsegments of each one of these. So we'll be looking at a lot of the subsegments in sugar, but each one of these has a number of subsegments, each which has different cost of ownership factors. And we're talking again here: centrifuges, compressors, cross-flow filters, dust collectors, dryers, ductwork, evaporators, fans, heat exchangers, instrumentation, which would include guide, control, and then measurement, pneumatic conveyors, pumps, valves, and scrubbers, and then consumables, cartridges, catalysts, filter cloths, treatment chemicals, pump and valve repair parts, but also nozzles and seals. These dividing of the markets for, say, something like a pump or valves, and again, you've got maybe 10 types of valves. Into each one of these subsegments, it's because they all have very unique cost of ownership requirements, and this is something that you need to evaluate so that you can provide a product that has a better cost or lower total cost of ownership. In other words, it's a superior product to your competitors. So we believe that with this bottoms-up strategy, the most profitable market that we call it, you can increase EBITDA by almost doubling it, but it needs a bottoms-up strategy rather than top-down. And bottoms-up means looking at every potential application in every plant. Total available market forecasts, which are typically just general, need to be very specific. And that's just the beginning. Then you have to go on to the niche forecasts, which have to be very extensive, and they're lacking from most conventional approaches. You have to consider that the total cost of ownership factor in each niche should be the foundation of your business strategy. You should be pursuing customers based on their EBITDA ranking, and you know in advance what the sales potential is. And understanding of the customer processes needs to be extensive. Leveraging of available knowledge needs to be organized. We call it the industrial internet of wisdom. Competitor intelligence has to be extensive in order to establish that you have a superior product. So we have to look at all the different markets within sugar. And cane and beet are the two major markets, and cane is increasing at a 5.3% rate. The market is divided product-wise into white sugar, which is a majority of the market, then sugar syrups and others. Confectionery is the largest consumer, but industrial uses have some potential. Processed foods and beverages, etc. So these are all the end markets for the products. The supply chain is very complex because you've got both cane and beet sugar, and you do have byproducts as well. So it's a major purchaser of air, water, and energy products involving beet processing in the U.S. and Europe, and cane processing in India and Brazil. The raw processing includes severe service applications. Final purification, which can take place a continent away from the initial processing, is likely to involve critical service. Raw sugar production processes involve lots of air, water, and energy equipment, and lots of filters and clarifiers, crystallizers, etc. And you need process flow diagrams like this just to start. the analysis of where your air, water, and energy product might be needed, collection of the raw material from the crushing of the sugar cane through the juice of clarification, crystallization, and the use of centrifuges and others for this process. So you have raw production, the production of raw sugar, white sugar, and refined sugar. The total production of sugar is close to 170 million tons per year. Brazil is the largest supplier, followed by India. The breakout of the market is depicted here. Thailand, India, and Mexico are growing markets, growing producers, I should say, of the product. There are pockets of sugar production in the United States, mostly beet sugar. The various different processes that need to be evaluated, include the molasses process that has decanters, centrifuges, hydrocyclones, various different other products, air, water, and energy products. Molasses has the need also for the heat exchangers. Screen scroll centrifuges are widely used in the sugar industry and less widely used in some other industries. Filtration, for instance, polyester filters by Eaton are used in liquid sugar purification. GEA membrane filters are used for in-sugar processing, and filter presses are being used for liquid glucose filtration. There are a number of different centrifuge suppliers, and if you're one of these suppliers, you have to evaluate the unique product that you offer versus that of a competitor. Drying is another big market, and it can involve rotary drying and spray drying, and so the rotary drying has certain limitations. Spray dryers are widely used, but there is a limitation by sticking. There are a number of pumps that are been developed for this industry, and they have to be non-clogging and wear resistant, and they have to also protect the sanitary aspects of the product and its structure as well. And so here are some of the options. A company like IDEX Viking makes internal gear pumps, and they are uniquely able to handle things like the thick juice and other sticky or viscous products. Here is an IDEX prepared sugar factory process flow diagram, which shows the many different process pieces of equipment that are required, and each has pumps involved with it, and each pump has multiple valves. And if you're a pump or a valve supplier, this is a starting point in determining what product will be applicable where. In cane mills, Viking pumps are typically found downstream of the evaporators, again on the thick juice. Rotary valves are widely used in the industry, so you have both the liquid and the air valves, and this would be on the air side with these rotary valves for the powdered sugar and granulated sugar itself. And so on the liquid side, there are special valves that are used instead of globe valves on liquid sugar. Extensive instrumentation is being supplied. One of the interesting things here is that the process suppliers such as GE and also Andritz have complete automation and control systems And this gives them the advantage of being able to provide a better total product and integrate the measurement controls into the better product. Heat exchangers are a critical part of the industry. It's necessary for suppliers, one way or another, to reach the people in the mills and the people making the decisions for the mills. And so you have societies, for instance, like this Brazilian sugarcane technology society, which if you look and go into LinkedIn, you can get a number of the key people that are at the it's who support that particular organization. So these are all opportunities to pursue the market. I'd like to thank you for spending some time today to learn more about this. We do have market reports for each one of the technologies, such as pumps, filters, macro filtration, etc. And we also do private consulting to get into the details. My name is Bob McIlvaine, and you can reach me at 847-226-2391 or rmcilvaine at mcilvainecompany.com. Thank you for your attention.